There's something that makes our Shaftesbury community really special, and that's the number of people who give up their time volunteering to make life here better. For almost a decade, a group of dedicated, unpaid locals have been out on Breach Common, rain or shine, looking after that treasured 13 acres. One of those volunteers, Rob Perry, has been keen to keep the community informed about the project and to enhance the experience of walkers strolling past, frequently changing information on display on a board on Breach Lane. And it's just had a refresh.
Originally, a chap called John Rutter did it, and I sort of promised him I'd keep it going. So I try to update it nowadays. I try and make it seasonal, so I've put things about snowdrops, and also I've just recently bought a book about the Hardy Way, so I put a little bit on it about that as well. It goes across the common. It gets a mention in this book. It just says it goes across Breach Common. But it's there, the signposts are there, and I helped some lady put some signs up one day a few years back. So you get these little green signs saying this is the Hardy Way. And I didn't know anything about it, so I looked it up and got this book and just did a little bit on my notice board.
And you're getting feedback from it, clearly.
Well, people notice it. It's nice that people read it, yeah. But, I've done all sorts of things. I've done about birds and plants and God knows what else, trees and all that sort of stuff. But, yeah, people read it. They're interested. It's good. And it lets people know what we're up to down there as well.
Do you communicate the message of the Breach Common volunteers on it as well, then?
Yeah, we're the FROB, they're called, the Friends of Breach Common. So usually there's something about them on there.
There was a massive publicity drive years ago when people wanted the Himalayan balsam eradicated. It's gone a bit quieter. Are you just because you're on? Is it just because you're on top of that? Basically, you've done that.
Pretty much, we're keeping that down. It's disappeared as much as we can. There's still little plants pop up now and again, but we've sort of hunted them down and get rid of them. And we started a bit on Castle Hill now as well. But we just follow a report by Darwin Ecology as to how to manage the place, and we do what we can. We're all amateurs, obviously.
Are there key things you're working on now, or is it just more a case of maintaining what you've done?
Well, we're clearing ponds and paths and what have you, and there's a lot of maintenance because as soon as you cut the bramble down, it grows back far more vigorously than it was in the first place. So there's a never-ending supply of brambles to dig up and deal with. But the ponds, we're clearing those and working on them, and just keeping paths open so people can access the place.
I mean, cumulatively, thousands of hours have been expended by volunteers in tackling the common. So are you starting to see the fruits of your labours now? Are you noticing a difference? If somebody had been away from the area for, 8-9 years, what would they see that would really strike them as different now?
Well, the lack of balsam is the first thing, because when we moved in about 8-9 years ago, that was all you could see. That's gone. There are now some clearings. I think back in 1980s or sometime like that, there were a lot less trees, and you had views from the two benches of Duncliffe. So I don't think we'll ever restore that, because there are some large trees there. But we're getting in what Darwin call a sort of patchwork environment. So we're getting some clearings, some grass areas, some bramble areas, and all sorts. So rather than having it just bramble and inaccessible, we're trying to make it a bit varied.
The whole idea, as presented to us with getting rid of the balsam, was to stop a plant that would basically strangle everything out, so other things could emerge.
Yep, that's right, because that stuff would grow to 6, 7, 8 foot tall. And I remember when we started it, I discovered an oak tree that I hadn't noticed before because the stuff towered above me. And there were just parts of the common you couldn't get to because it was everywhere. So that's, and if you look around the country, even between here and Hamoon, there's a little bit of a river or something there, and that's got a lot of balsam down it, and that's spreading like mad. And I've been canoeing on the River Wye, and it's got it down both banks, and I know the Thames has got it on both sides. It's awful stuff. It's beautiful, but it spreads like mad.
It's amazing, actually, since there were those sessions trying to get rid of it, I've noticed it everywhere. Railway lines, you see it a lot on embankments.
That's it, yeah. Anywhere that's sort of damp, it'll follow damp water courses, old stream beds and rivers. But yeah, it's a beautiful but deadly killer, I think.
But have you noticed plants that were otherwise being strangled out of the frame popping up, new things that weren't there before or you didn't see before?
Yeah, as soon as it's gone, you get the natural wildflowers come back. You get lots of campions and yellow dead nettles and things, and this is just on Beach Common. And bluebells galore, and snowdrops as well I keep finding everywhere now.
And you mentioned snowdrops, they feature on the board at the moment. Is that a seasonal thing tied in with the festival?
I was on the snowdrop committee for a bit with Rachel Diamond and Jen and those, and it's nice to link up with that. There are patches of snowdrops around the common, and down by the community farm, there's a lot down the road there. So I know that Rachel Diamond, who organises the walks groups down there. So I thought, well, if we could lure them onto the common, it would help keep the paths clear.
Well done on doing a good job and creating an interesting point, an information point, an informative thing for people who might be wandering through.
I hope people read it, and I'd like to find out more about the Hardy Way, so I've got to go on and read my book, really.
Do you need any help?
Volunteers are always welcome. We could do with help, yeah. We go down mostly on Saturday mornings at 10 o'clock for an hour or two, whatever. And we do all sorts of things, from clearing brambles, coppicing, clearing out ponds, just maintaining the place.
Another local who's mucking in rather than moaning, Rob Perry, a volunteer with the Breach Common Project. If you want to join their positive, can-do group of locals and you need Rob's contact details, give us a shout at Alfred and tell us what you're doing to make Shaftesbury even better.